Hi guys, it's Rory here. I noticed there wasn't any good videos of how to de-restrict the Honda NSC50 online, and I thought I would put one up, see if you guys find it useful. I only read online how to do this, so welcome to my little man cave, which is a mess. I enjoy messing around with small engined bikes, and today I'll run through the Honda NSC de-restriction. Great bikes, they're really well built, really reliable, but a bit slow. And there's two main ways they're restricted. There's the restriction on the ECU, which I'll show you in the engine compartment later. First of all though, I'll show you the restriction on the variator, which is under this case down here. So let's look at the restriction in the variator first. So to get into this, you undo a screw and a couple of Allen headed bolts on this piece of plastic. Get out of the way. 8mm bolts round the edge and in the middle of the transmission cover. You need to wiggle that off. I've loosened this. And you might well find that the gasket for this comes off as mine has. It's a bit hanging in bits in places, so I've got a spare one of those to put on. But to be fair, I've had it on and off a lot of times with the gasket not completely there, and it still is actually a really good seal, but it's something I need to get round to. So the variator is behind the front end of the CVT system, and the standard one will not allow the bike with the standard ECU to do over around about 30 miles per hour. So to replace it, you have to get this off. You can either lock the nut here, some sort of locking mechanism, so you can actually undo it, because this always turns. What I do is I use an impact wrench. This is a fairly cheap one, which is quite a bonus for this because it's not massive torque, so there's less chance of doing any damage. So I will just buzz that off and let you see. So that's the nut off there. You take this cooling fan off. That's for the starter gear. The starter motor is here. And this makes up one half of the variator. Move your belt out of the way and you can slide the variator off. This is actually a non-standard one. That's a malossi variator. I've had malossi and polini variators, and I don't find a much difference between them. The original Honda one I have here, you can see that with the black marks from the belt doesn't go all the way to the top of this. It's quite a steep angle on the side-on view of this, so the restriction is there. So you can replace that with an aftermarket variator. They're not such a steep side-on angle, you can see, which allows the belt to climb up pretty much to the top of it. You can change the weights inside the variator. When you take the back cover off, there are little roller weights in here, and they would affect at what point the transmission moves the belt out. So you can play around with that a little bit. So it's basically a case of put your new variator on, and bolt it back up, and that would be a first restriction removed and get you up to, instead of 30 miles an hour, you'll do around about 36, 37 on the flat, 40 to 42 down hills is what you would find. So you can put that back together. Once that's done, the next stage of restriction, which Honda do, is in the ECU, which is this part here. It's a plastic ECU cover. I know that some people were interested whether it was a plastic or metal one, and it's limited to RPMs. The standard bike is limited to approximately 7.5, 8,000 RPM, I believe, and I think you get about 1,000 more RPM when you use the ECU out of the NSC110 model. You can pick those up on eBay for average £50. You disconnect it, if I just put my light down there, the socket for it is in the back. I put a hand round the back and press the socket in with one finger and twist a flat-headed screwdriver to pop it out, and you'll get it out of here. I have the original one here, and that just pops out, and you're pressing on the socket on that side and you can pop it up. They come with a rubber case just for vibrations, to stop it jiggling about too much there. So the 110 ECU is a good upgrade. You will get a bit more acceleration as the revs can be kept higher, and you'll get a bit more top end speed as well. As for taking the cover off to get into the engine bay itself, it's really very easy. There's 4 screws on a panel here, and then just 4 bolts which lifts the whole seat unit out. It's very, very straightforward. So I hope you find that useful, and if so, please subscribe, leave me a few comments, let me know how you guys are getting on with your bikes, and watch out for future videos. Thanks very much.